Hello and welcome to Breaking Even. We're amateurs, day amateurs. I'm your host Huss, with my amateur buddies and a special guest today, Amateur Jung, our special guest Con, and the return of Chev. How you doing, Chev?
Very good, mate.
What happened? You weren't here last week, mate. Did you want to give us a bit of a rundown?
Well, as you know, I had my first win.
Congratulations.
Thanks to my buddy here, Bonty. I think I beat you by 300 or something like that. So I went out, mate. Went on a bender, came back, and then will smash me. So good to be back. I'm back to where I started.
You beat Con, good percentage boost. How much did you lose by Moose?
I think 88 points.
Still fair. That's fair. So you were up.
I jumped up to the. I jumped up in ranking in the total points, which is great. Thanks, Con. So that's my only hope now. Head-to-head's gone. So total points, I'm going for total points.
No dramas. Good to hear, man. Con, welcome back.
Thank you.
How's things?
Good, thanks. After losing to Shiv, I took my team to a cruise in the South Pacific, gave them a really, really big rev up, and it paid dividends because I think I beat Jung this week. I can't remember, but
I heard.
pretty sure that's what happened.
It was a different Jung.
We'll get into that more into the head-to-head games. No dramas. Jung, how are you?
Good, great. Well, yeah, for now, we'll see what happens for the rest of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
All right.
Don't even want to start this episode. Can we just stop?
You got a bit red there. I don't know why.
What's going to happen this episode? Is there something happening today?
There will be, which is our weekly challenge that we had set for last week.
Ah, yes.
It was nearest to the pin, thanks to our producer. It was for Marcus Bontempelli, who played his 200th game, mind you. So congratulations, Bont fans, for his 200th game. He had to go to nearest to the pin. We set our pins. Chef, what was your pin?
122, mate.
Mm-hmm. For Moose, can you remember?
125.
That's correct. I was 124. Jung, what was yours?
Bond? Mate, I always thought you were the man. But F you. I was 148.
Okay, and Bont ended up on 122. So congratulations to Chef. He actually won one. So he's on the record for 1 win, 1 loss.
We didn't win. He just didn't lose.
Yeah, I guess so. Also, I get to have a standoff and get to guess what you have this chili, which is this one right here, the world's hottest corn chip. It has a warning label here: keep out of reach of children. So I won't be having this for sure. Now, it's got a couple of things here, mate. It says do not consume on an empty stomach. So our non-paid what do you call them?
Sponsor?
Sponsor KFC. So we've had some KFC. It's pretty good. Do you have gastrointestinal problems?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
That's good. Are you allergic to chili or capsicum?
Nope.
Are you pregnant or breastfeeding?
Maybe.
If you are sensitive to spicy foods, I think that's opposite. You are not sensitive. If you, any other medical conditions,
Sick in the head.
and if you have a cardiac condition,
Not yet.
well, my friend, it is time for the challenge.
He's got bontitis.
Bond. So give everyone an idea as well, is that these are the world's hottest corn chips infused with scorpion, ghost and Carolina Reaper peppers. Be warned, this could hurt.
Thank you, Bont.
Bond.
This might go down as the greatest achievement of Bont's career. Punishing
I
Jung.
hope someone at the Bulldogs
I
team
will
mentioned-
tell him. Don't
Tag
worry.
him.
I'll-
If you can tag him somehow.
All right.
Or Dave, if you're watching this, get Bont to watch this because this will be great.
I used to like you, Bond.
What are these Doritos?
Yeah.
I vice captain you, I captain you in my Supercoach team. This is what you do to me. I reckon this is not that bad.
Let me have a whiff too.
No, they smell okay.
They smell okay, but they won't taste great, I reckon.
Oh, that's a weird smell.
What do you mean? Alright,
Smells like pain.
I reckon this is going to be anticlimactic because it's going to be
Well, hold
nothing.
on. How many of those chips are you meant to eat?
One!
Two.
The packet, I
Well, I
reckon.
mean, we said one.
Won't you have two?
If I have two, you can have one.
I'll have half of one.
Nah.
Oh,
I
that's a
offered.
good deal.
I offered.
Nah.
You've got to chew it, right? Surely.
I think it takes a minute for it to kick in anyway.
Shaking.
His eyes are already tearing up.
Oh my god.
Really?
That's alright.
Oh,
Takes a little while.
The important question, can you carry on?
I have one. Another one. You have one.
If you have one full one again, I will have half one. I tell you now.
Go.
911 or
It's actually look at that.
have another one. Make Chris have one.
Oh
You know what
man.
I mean? Breathe. Wow, that is hot.
So you're gonna have half.
I said I'll have that chip right there. If you have
That's not half.
That's half a chip.
Daughter.
Take what you can get, man.
Well, look, from your reaction, I'll probably have to back out here.
No, you said it. I'll do it. All right.
Are you sure?
I think you only meant to have one.
I think you only have one. Can you even concentrate?
I don't do it. It's not that bad.
It's not that bad, but you can't have another one.
It's a process. It's only a 5-minute process. It's a
I
whole.
think you gotta get it worse.
Does it taste worse than me beating you last week?
Nothing.
I think you need some milk.
Also got a little snack. Hopefully the cheese will help.
The cheese, yeah.
It actually is worse. It actually builds.
That's only like 30 grams, 30 mils of milk.
Bring the milk here.
It's dripping. Keep it in you. Don't bloody spit it out.
Imagine he found the actual one chip.
Out
Yeah.
of all of us, I think you keep the hottest. So
And he's the one that can taste the chili. I'm probably the worst.
Killer.
That's why I was hoping he would do another one.
Kind of glad he backed out, to be honest.
So killed him, man.
A snack pack.
Oh, hopefully the cheese on this little snack can help.
All right, we're going to continue on with the podcast. You cool?
Okay.
All right, let's get into it. This week, guys, is round 8. We got Friday game. The bag is taken on the Lions. Chev, I've got Carlton, and I'm going to back Dunkley for VC at Marvel. He averages about 150 against the Baggers, and I think at Marvel he's known for that territory. He's had a big game. What do you reckon?
Yeah, big game. Big game for Carlton. I think they need to win to show, some.
So last week was a little fluke.
Yeah, last week doesn't count really.
Was a fluke.
Kerno couldn't kick 10 goals.
It's a flick if you're a West Coast supporter, I guess.
Probably a bigger game for Brisbane because they've done nothing away from the Gabba this year. So.
That's true as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I've got Walsh in, so I reckon
Congrats.
he's going to be my VC. And you've got Cripps as well. Dunkley's a good one. Neil got back into form last week, of course, when Brooks had him against me. Big game.
Any downgrade or upgrade options?
Ooh.
Some-
Chincotta, if you
Chincotta.
haven't got him,
Yep.
bring him in. Looks really, really good down there. And really nice left foot, so he should keep his
Just
spot.
for the viewers out there, is Cincotta like an Italian food or anything, or it's just a name, is it?
Ricotta, you mean?
Nah,
Oh, it's a ricotta, is it?
Ricotta,
Oh, okay, yeah. Go
it'll
on.
definitely be
Close.
Italian heritage, but I don't think it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
He's a good one.
You wouldn't mind the panna cotta right now after that chip.
Any others? I can't really think of
Wilmot, keep or not?
Oh, what's his break even? I think his break even's probably getting high now.
It's gone a bit higher. I think it's in the 60s range. I could be wrong. But I think that he's hitting those targets. I'm happy to keep him for another week.
McKenna as well.
McKenna's another one. I've actually traded McKenna out last week,
Ooh.
which was a good move because I bought in Coniglio. I got to move some plays up, and I bought him into the forward line.
I think if you got Wilmot and McKenna, I think Wilmot first. McKenna's probably more safer. And then go from there. But
Just depends. Now's the sort of season you don't want to get stuck with too many non-playing rookies. So it's a fine balance between copping zeros and
finding it hard to find those downgrade options.
Yeah.
Because they don't keep their spot.
all the good ones are getting injured
All the good
or
ones,
getting
yeah.
dropped.
That's right.
All right, no dramas. Starting off our Saturday game, the Pretenders in Richmond with one game for the season against the mighty Eagles. What do you reckon, Con?
Yeah, Richmond back into form this week for sure.
They need it, don't they?
Yeah, it's we're not going out on a limb. West Coast have been atrocious, even at home, and at the G, yeah, Richmond.
What do you mean atrocious? Calm down.
Did you lose by 108 points at home to Carlton?
Mate, they've got an 18 injury list. That's half the squad.
Okay, I don't mean that they've got all the cattle there, but you can't train effort. You don't need your best player to have effort.
What do you mean with effort? This effort stuff is just really stupid.
I reckon Deer Park would
Yeah.
go out there and not lose by 108 points to Carlton.
They
More AFL listed players.
they can't even field the reserves team at the moment.
That's a lie, and you know.
No, they can't. The reserves team has 4
Top-up
AFL players listed, and they are rookie. They're the rookie, the second listed B listed rookies playing. They got Schofield playing for them after 2.5 years. Josh Kennedy might be coming back.
The reserve side lost
For the
by
reserve-
200 points the other week,
Yeah,
didn't they?
160 points.
Are they going to call up
And
this as well?
the thing with the reserve side, the waffle, they don't allow West Coast to recruit waffle players. So all the other players that West Coast has outside of West Coast listed players are all amateurs.
How many premiership players do you have on a weekend?
It doesn't matter how many premiership players. It's what I mean. It's everyone else around there. And how many premiership players? There was what? Hearn?
Chewy?
She wasn't playing.
Sheet.
She wasn't playing. It was probably Hearn. That was it.
Barras.
Darling?
Oh, Barras.
Cole.
Barras and Darling. Yeah, Cole wasn't playing. So yeah, there was 3 then. 3 premiership players. That's it.
So you think you're going to beat Richmond this week?
Yeah, easy. Yeah.
Con, any downgrade options or upgrade options there?
In that game? I don't think so. I think it's just, do you keep Gimby or not? Young seems to think he'll come back. This is the week I'm trading him out, I think. But see how we go.
Nah, wait until the bye.
Toronto captain or VC possible?
Chance, definitely.
He's in some form now.
He might kick a few goals down there because out of the midfield, it's running one way through West Coast at the moment.
No dramas. Let's get to the next game. They're flying, or are they scratching, I guess? The Mighty Cats against the Adelaide Crows. Jung, what do you reckon here?
Oh man, Crows are pretty unlucky, right? But their kicking has accurate kicking for goal has wrecked them. So, and like we always said with the Cats, they don't lose many games at GHMBH or whatever they are.
GMHBH.
Yeah, A B C D E F G. They don't lose many games there.
Continue Park, mate.
Yeah.
So, does anyone know the actual which one's the actual name?
Cardinia Park is the name of the oval,
Oh, yeah.
and GMHBA is the sponsor for the stadium.
So they get to have the
Yeah.
rights.
So like
The park
is Cardinia Park.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the stadium is GH.
GMHBA.
Yeah.
Used to be Simmons.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. I had no idea. It's good to know.
Cool. Learn something.
All right.
I feel like I can have another one and you can have half one.
I'm good. Thank you. You just looks like you've just recovered.
I've recovered.
Yeah.
Yep,
It's
I'm
good
all
to
good.
hear. Good to see the milk kicked in. Jung, Stuart VC here or not possible? Or could Hawkins be a captain option here as well?
Well, no one has Hawkins. Let's be real. So that's not going to be an option. Surely, maybe Sudi will bring him in. Sudi likes to waste trades. But yeah, Stuart definitely VC. You know, he's always, especially with Crows doing quite well now. They're going to be able to attack, and
Awesome.
and he will be able to get those intercept marks.
Ned gave us a scare last week. Ended up playing. Do you reckon he still gets up this week?
Surely they rest him, right?
I think if he played last week, I think he'll play this week.
Yeah.
Well, especially when you got checked at quarter time. Oh my god, why couldn't he get subbed off at quarter time when he got checked?
I wonder why. Why is that? Why did you want
Even
that?
if he got subbed off, I still would have beat you.
No, you wouldn't.
The goal only scored 67.
Yeah, but that's true. Wait, at quarter time, how much was he on?
33?
Was he?
Yeah.
It would have been different though if Gled didn't play. It would have changed up the whole dynamic of the scoring.
If.
It would, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Jeremy Cameron, maybe a vice captain if you've got him. He's on
What is he? 570, I guess. He'd probably be an option.
Push to 600 now.
590, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's on track to be in the top 3
If you got
forwards
him
at the
early,
end
that
of
would
the
have been
year,
very good.
But it's always hard. It's always hard to pick a
Key forward.
key forward, right? So they might be doing well now, but then
He's the one
You're going to
that
expect
pushes
a bad
up.
game here and there.
He pushes up the ground. He's getting like 20.
he's like the Nick Revolt now.
Yeah,
He's playing the Nick Revolt role.
I think if you're pushing for points, he's probably a good player to come in because you're going to have one bad week and then one
good
week you
PAD.
get 180, so might help you with your scoring.
No dramas. All right. Well, the Suns up and about versing the D's. Pick. I'm picking Pickett. I'm picking Melbourne. Chev, how do you feel about this game?
Yeah, Melbourne should win.
Kick it back?
No, Gold Coast had a good win the weekend. First one for a while. Keep Stewie Jew in the chair for one more week. But yeah, Melbourne's going to win. Oliver captain. So, easy one there.
Congratulations to Pickett as well. Signed a new 4-year deal. I traded him out and he goes bangers. The week I traded him out, it is what it is. Pickett, if you end up averaging 105 throughout the season, I'm happy for you. And show these other people why you're the real deal for Supercoach.
So essentially, who is the jinx? So
We give an
anyone
apology
that-
to our viewers and subscribers
Why is that?
for recommending Pickett.
Well,
last few
look,
weeks.
you pick them up or you don't. You have 36 trades a season. It's a trading game. That's why we have those 36 trades. We are meant to make mistakes and we're meant to fix our mistakes.
So that's pretty much what we were saying here. That's not following.
Well, Noah Anderson answered the question from last week.
Yes, we
Will he-
said he was going to have a bad game.
we said will he step up or will he go backwards with Matt Miller, and
Stepped up.
he stepped up. So yeah,
Chandler kicked a bag of goals, 100 and so points,
I've never had him. So
cash regen resets. I think he's a keeper.
It's breaking even 0, so you got to keep him this week. I got rid of him this week. So it cost me the game.
Van Ruin, 33. Terrible. Couldn't get to the ball. What are we thinking here?
He might keep, not even keep his spot with McDonald coming back and Brown. So might even get
Shaq will get dropped though.
Shaq, yeah,
He played terrible, did he?
sure.
Yeah.
Kind of believe he got a game.
All right, moving on. The Giants, what a win last week against the Sydney Swans, against the Doggies. Con, how do you feel about this? I think, obviously, you get to tip the Dogs.
I'll tip the Dogs, but this always shapes up to be game of the round. It's a grudge match down there
Sunny Canberra.
in Monica, probably 5 degrees.
Was this where they played in the
Screw you,
No.
semi-elimination?
Oh, no,
Back in 2016?
No, that was at the Giant Stadium.
Giant Stadium, was it?
But definite Tim English vice captain option this week.
He's got a big break even.
Yeah.
You reckon he can smack it?
Oh yeah, easy, not a problem.
Flint is no slouch though. Flint is a decent ruckman.
Yeah,
But I mean, English is the best ruckman.
around the ground he'll impose
Yeah.
himself. I think work rate's off the charts.
Libbo missed out last week due to concussion. He should make himself back available. Is he an option to pick?
He's listed as a test for this week, so it's always dangerous. But he's just a contested bull, so I wouldn't be scared of picking him. That's for sure.
Toby Green kicked the bag. Can he maintain it?
Yes. Even when we belted them last year, he kicked 5 goals or 7 goals. He went ballistic. Loves playing the Dogs. So if you've got him, sneaky vice captain chance there as well.
The guy I'm versing this week, I think it's Bulletproof Monk. He's got him, so I am
Really?
a bit worried, to be honest.
Hoogie's got a bit of a POD team.
He does.
So
Moving to the last game for Saturday, the Dockers at home against the Mighty Hawks. How do they go?
how can I just before we go anything with the game, right? How do the Dockers always get screwed up on their trades? They traded for Jackson this year, thinking that they were going to be top 6. I would say a lot of people probably put them in the top half or 8, right? But now where they're sitting, Melbourne are currently got pick 5 in the draft. How does Freo always stuff this up? Shit club, disgrace of a club.
A bit like the Trent
Trent Crode one, and there was another one too. Like it's just, why do they keep screwing it over?
It's the same position Richmond's in with Toronto at the moment. They're,
You traded in Sarong last week. Is he your captain choice?
Oh yeah, definitely. He will be up there. He had a really bad game this week. He still scored 109, but it wasn't what he was been averaging. However, he's their only player, and they're not getting anywhere without him. So what I did notice though, because I watched the game because he was playing, because I brought him in. What I feel like is that they don't go through him that much. I'm not sure if anyone you guys watch Freo games or not, but it feels like they don't go to him. He just gets the ball in his own, right?
Ball, yeah.
He wins his own ball, but they don't go through him. So I'm not sure if that's Freo don't want Sarong to play that game or not. But I feel like they really just they go over the top of him or they go to the side of him. They don't look to him to play that ball in. So, and I was thinking that was a bit weird. So maybe that's why they are losing, because they're not going through their best player essentially.
Just remember, you just learnt a painful lesson. Connor Nash tag could go to Sarong, like you said.
I don't know. I also watched that game. I don't think it was that heavy of a tag. It wasn't a tag because the Bont went to sit on the bench and Nash was still playing, so it wasn't a full tag. I think Bont in his 200th, he just got frightened, a bit stage fright. Bont, is he a bit scared, Bont? How's he a bit scared in 200?
I think McGuinness is the one that tags. Nash,
Yeah,
but he doesn't play though.
McGuinness isn't in at the moment.
Nash is the
So.
one. He wins his own ball, so Nash goes his own way.
Yeah.
Seamus Mitchell played last week, got subbed. Does he get up? And can you bring him in still this week?
Why did he get subbed?
I
He kept Cody Waitman to nothing. He had not one kick, one touch, and he
I think he got
no
injured.
injury.
No injury.
He was.
Yeah.
I saw the footage of him going off. He was livid.
Wow.
Like what? Like it didn't make any sense.
He's a young kid as well, isn't he?
I mean,
Yeah.
But is that a good look? Is that a good look? Like Hawthorn? Like joke of the club as well, Hawthorn and Freo. Is that a good look? Like,
He's not
do you-
Cristiano
do you-
Ronaldo.
Yeah, exactly. So do you think Sam Mitchell, who's meant to be like a real hard, like tough guy, like look at that and go, well, you know what? If you're gonna act like that, you can spend a week in the resis.
Don't do it, Mitchell, please.
Mitchell, live up to your reputation. All right.
I'll bench you
Don't go
something.
soft now. All right. Don't let the young players act like that to your face.
I think if he had people to choose, he probably would have.
He does. He's just playing the young guy. So there's another youngster out there waiting to come in. Don't let Seamus Mitchell treat you like that. Be a man. Do the right thing.
Another captain choice is Sean Darcy as well for that game as well.
yeah.
I just remembered.
Big ass.
But who was Hawthorn's ruckman?
Ned Reeves?
He
Reeves.
put English to shame last week.
I don't know about that.
Well, half the score was there.
Yeah, but
I think it was more English
Yeah.
than Reeves.
Do you reckon? He must have had the cold or something.
yeah, people have bad games. Reeves didn't score.
He was due
that
for a
well,
bad game.
yeah.
Let's go.
And
No, Reeves
That's
scored
the first one under
well.
130.
Reeves scored like over 100. Didn't he score over 100?
I'm not sure what he scored.
But I think Reeves is a bit bigger, but Darcy was just bullying. He was bullying the
Oh, yeah, he scored 110.
Brisbane ruck.
Yeah.
10? It's decent. All right, that's our Saturday games done. Let's move to Sunday. Well, congratulations, Port fans, because they got up over the Saints, knocked them out a bit, but they have got a home game against the ones that just been bombed out of the 8 in the Bombers. Chev, what do you reckon here?
Well, my prediction is going great. Ken Hinkley to be the first coach. I think I jinxed it.
He's turned the team around, hasn't he?
Turned it around, yeah.
Horn Francis found a bit of form.
Yeah,
The
still going to play more than 2 quarters. Horn Francis, he only plays 2 quarters a game, and he does well. So if he can play 4 quarters, he'll score well. But Port should win that at home.
Any downgrade or upgrade options here?
Yeah, Dylan Williams, I think is an interesting
From
one.
Port, yeah.
Dersma's out for a while.
So he gets to retain that spot, you believe?
Yep, and the injury list is pretty. I mean, they've got Georgiadis who's out for the season. Marshall's out for a while. Don't know if there's anyone else in the back line that's missing. Oh, Jonas has come back this week, but I think he'll hold his spot. He's only about 190 still, so potentially you can bring him in. There's not much rookies out there, so it's very thin.
Parrish is still cheap. Is he a good PAD option?
Parrish and Merritt, both of them, I reckon either or. Parrish, 38 possessions last week.
Really?
Didn't score that
And
high
they
though.
scored 108, yeah.
Wow.
Butchered the
So
ball.
Yeah.
that's the thing with him. He'll get a lot of the ball, but just it's no bond. You know what I mean? It's not effective. It's not contested. So
It's no who?
Bond.
Font. You're a joke.
Bond's poor game scored in 122.
That's you got to admit that his
Thanks
bad
to-
game was
That's a bad game
122.
as well.
Well, yeah, Bond. Yeah, you got frightened, mate. You got frightened on your 200th game.
Still better him. All right. The Mighty Pies getting over the line in Adelaide. They're versing the Sydney Swans, who are in shambles at the moment. Con, who have you got here?
I think Collingwood will get up. Collingwood are unstoppable at the moment. Dacos big bounce back game.
Had a bit of a scare as well off the calf, but he looked like he pulled out.
Yeah, I think he'll be all right.
But that is now the blueprint to play Collingwood. Is that's how you play Nick Dacos? You know what I mean? Like just freaking come out and say we're gonna tag him, which I think Adelaide said. They came out and said we're gonna tag Nick Dacos.
Did they win the game?
Yeah, but they didn't win the game just purely because it's their fault, right? The kicking, their first quarter was atrocious, right? And that's fine. Good kicking is good football, right? But Collingwood just won the game, so they put themselves in a position to win, okay, by tagging the best player, which was Nick Dacos. Brad Scott, you probably learned something here.
Send Mills to him. Mills doing nothing this year.
Yeah, exactly. Send Mills to him
day,
and shut him down. And then you give yourself a chance to win the game. And Collingwood don't have any key position players at the moment, right? They got no ruckman, no key forward, besides for what's his name? Myercheck. That's it. They got no other key position forward.
Swans back to the walls, mate. I'm telling you.
They're going to come out and fire him?
They play well at G2.
No dramas. The last game for round 8, North Melbourne taking on St Kilda at Marvel. Young? I think St Kilda.
Yeah, I think St Kilda.
Bounce back.
St Kilda wins. St Kilda are quality side under Ross. Ross the boss. So I think that they win, and I think they're going to win easy as well.
Any downgrades or upgrade options? I know that Philippu's there. He had a terrible game with 20, I believe.
22 or something like that.
That Young had to field him. I think I'm going to trade him out because he lost 10 grand as well.
He's coming out on my team. But Philippu, like, you know, I mean, for me, it was either him or Fergus Green. Fergus Green scored 28, so it made no difference. So, but yeah, Philippu is out still. Like we said, he had one warm-up game and he came out and smashed it. So now it's the time to bring Steele in as well for upgrade options there.
What's his price? Do you think? 530? That's a very good price to bring a player like him. Man of Steel, as they say.
Steele or Sinclair. I mean, both of them.
With Steele coming back, does that hurt Mason Wood?
A little bit, but Mason Wood's been playing on the wing. So you know what I mean? So he can still get the ball out on the wing there. So he's not playing the same position as Steele. So I think he's going to be able to get those uncontested balls and go forward and kick goals. Yeah. He can kick goals as well. Yeah. So I don't think it's going to do much to Mason Wood's scoring.
No worries. Last one to finish up. Harry Cecil a fortnight ago scored us 50. Comes back last week and gets us over 100. I'm going to keep him. Yourself?
Yeah, like I said last week, I'm going to keep him. I don't think many teams are going to get rid of him at all this season.
Definitely keeping.
Sure.
There's going to be a lot more worse players in your team than Harry Sheasel, so he's staying for weeks.
Okay. No dramas. That concludes all that, guys. Let's move on to the next ones, which is our head-to-head games. I'll start us off. I played Unco Toby's. It was a close game, but I ended up getting up by 40 points. I scored 2-3-31. He scored 2-2-91. Came down to the last game. I had Ridley in Setterfield, and he had Andrew McGrath, and I pulled through. So I'm very happy with that. Chef, who did you play?
I played our fellow panellist who's not here today. Where is he, by the way? Where is Mustafa?
Celebrating.
Celebrating?
He's celebrating again. He's back on the winning board.
I ended my bend, he started his. Mus got me 80 odd points. It was close up until Sunday. The Melbourne game, he had Chandler and, I had Van Ruin, so that made the difference, really, at the end of the day. But, yeah.
No drums. Con, who did you play and did you win?
I played Jung. Did not choke. So
congratulations.
Thank you.
Almost choked, but...
Not really. He completely threw out his whole team structure to pray for a leg injury and pray for the goalie masterclass. So I'm happy that he had to ruin his whole side to just try and counter.
I don't know about ruin my whole side. Like, calm down.
Well, you ruined Jordan De Goey. He scored 67.
His worst game of the season. I think before that, his lowest score this year, only one score in 2 digits was like 90 something. Yeah. Everything has been above 100.
Look, you got a bit unlucky because of Vice Captain Marshall. Is a bit of luck on my part because he hasn't been scoring that great. But I was on holiday. I wanted an early game, and I knew if Bailey Williams could score 100 and something against Teakle, then what can a proper ruckman do? So yeah, that was the plan.
No, that was a good call. That's pretty much what won it for you. You originally were going to win it by 50-something points, and then I had one, like you said, I had one last
Hail Mary.
So I had the original Hail Mary was put Stewart as my captain, and he started off slow and he came good and. Nearly Stewart and Dangerfield nearly did it for me.
The Bombers
nearly.
let you down. They didn't get it.
The Bombers they didn't attack enough, right? And they were so accurate. Like if Adelaide were accurate as the Bombers, they would have won so many games like this year.
True.
Right?
Can we get an inquiry into champion data? Stewart looks at the ball, they give him 10 points. Like really, he took 2 handballs and a clanger kick, and he went up 20 points. I don't know.
We didn't go up enough. So the Hail Mary I did there wasn't good. However, I originally traded McGrath for Lead. So if you guys don't know, is that you trade in a player that hasn't played yet, you can still trade that player out for any other players that haven't played. So
Without costing a
trade. So I had Lead in the team already, and he was the last game, and I was down by 51 points. And I'm thinking, do I just suck it up with the 50 points and lose, or do I do another Hail Mary? And I was asking so many people, I'm like, should I bring in Sidebottom? Should I bring in Crisps? Should I bring in Mitchell? Or do I go to Goey? Sidebottom scored 140 last week. He would have been perfect if he scored 140. But I went with the Goey because I thought, in the long run, he's going to be a better option. And potentially, if Lead was laid out or if he was injured.
Played 3 quarters.
You know what I mean? If he was injured, there might be a chance I could do this. And what happened? First quarter, there was a test, right? There was a little medical test.
Medical test, that's right.
Oh.
And there was even a little bit of late drama with the Fox Footy app.
I saw that. What was that?
They were saying, I was listening on the radio, Saligo sub. And then they're all saying Laird subbed. I'm like, what?
On the app, it said
Yeah, even on TV, it had
it had Laird as well. But it didn't really matter because the guy had his worst game of the season. He's got 60 yards, 7 frees against or something? Well, that was ridiculous.
So you not only murdered Bont last week, you also murdered Jordan Ngoe.
Yeah.
Sorry for Jordan Ngoe owners out there, but Jung's a curse.
All right, with the head-to-head games out the way, I'll just read our overall ranks. So we'll start with Bolt Hero Moose. His overall rank now has come to 11,618. So that's pretty good. Congrats, Moose. Jebedali, we're still waiting for that translation. My team come down to top 20,000, which I'm at 19,253. Chev Soldiers, 24,227. Still decent. You started off at 90,000, I think, first week. So you've worked yourself down.
Thanks to Con.
Your team, Jung, 43,567. Still got a bit of work to do.
I'll be in the top 10,000 by the end of the buys.
Clip that.
In the top 10,000 by the buys or end of buys.
The full Bonte Con, you're sitting at 56,232. So you've still got a bit of work to do for that major prize.
I've given away the major prize this year. Not happening.
You gave it away last year as well.
That's true.
The last 2 games, wasn't it? Or the last 2 weeks, wasn't it?
It was from day one, mate. It was from the day he
You had a
started.
hot start as well. That was the problem.
What was your lead last year? About 700?
That's at one stage, yeah.
That's amazing.
So I'm only 400 behind, so I've got a chance. So it's possible.
With that said, guys, we're finished up here. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Shout out to King Dakey for commenting and all that stuff. Keep commenting. We really appreciate all those videos and all that stuff that you do. And shout out to Little Sago with his new single, Revenge. He's a UK artist. Keep it going. Really like that stuff. You had something to say?
Well, before you finish up, we've been talking about your name
Yep.
for
Jebedali.
a while now. And we have international, like I said, we are world renowned. We have our international viewers, and we do have a Polish viewer from Europe sending us a video, and he'll give us a little bit of explanation on the name.
Yep.
So you can watch this. If I can press play.
Probably doesn't. We move on, don't we? Jebedali.
Okay, so this is entirely incorrect. I mean, you haven't even spelled the word correctly at all. quick tip for Polish words is you need to go like a half octave down. So your voice needs to become like more Russian. And also, it's jedziemy dalej, not jedziemy dalej. You're pronouncing it like an Italian. Pretend like you're...
That's it.
I think we've had enough.
I think we've heard enough. Let's end this episode.
That solves it.
Oh, shit.
That's funny. You say that like Italian.
All right.